Hey, thought I'd play some Hawaiian music to start today. This is the first episode of my ongoing series here at Traxel Consulting, and it's going to cover anything from the it's brand new, so obviously we're going to slow down here. We're going to cover anything from facilitation, leadership development, tools that I use, things I'm interested in. I might even talk about my garden once in a while or my pets. It doesn't really matter the types of topics unless we start seeing a theme that everyone is interested in, and then we'll keep on that theme. So, once again, I'm Susan Traxel. I own Traxel Consulting. I live in Oregon, and this is my tiny little office that you see back here. And we're just going to do what we can. So, hopefully, this works. Today is a rainy day, so I'm stuck inside doing all of this stuff. And I thought I would start off today with a short episode and just show you some of the prep that I've done to begin my company, especially around how to have a good setup for things like Zoom meetings or recordings. So, first things first, what you see here, this is a Fifine microphone. I think it's Fifine, and it's got an arm that telescopes with it. And I bought it because I liked the lights changing, but I found out that if you don't want the lights on, then you can't change it. So uh, think about that when you go looking for microphones to buy. But that's pretty cool. Another thing I've got on my desk is if I don't want to use this new webcam that I got, which is a Logitech webcam, I can set up using a iPhone clamp. So it clamps to my desk and I can just like snap my iPhone in there and record that way. I've done a lot of videos in that method on my. Once I tried to do TikTok and realized I don't have the patience to do constant TikToks, so I'm just going to a weekly Zoom recording that I'm going to upload to a new YouTube channel for the company. So anyway, but this is great. If you don't have a webcam or you want to be able to just put something on your desk and record and just use the one item, I recommend this. So it can connect to your iPhone, your Samsung, whatever you've got. Okay, another thing that I've gotten that I'm pretty excited about, I used this I used gimbals, which are balancing tools for your phone when I worked at the Health and Human Services here. And the good ones are pretty expensive, and I cannot tell you how much these cost, but I know that they're not as expensive as they could be. But this one right here is kind of nice. You can set it to where your phone is horizontal or vertical. It also has a light on the back so that if you're recording someone in front of you, then you can shine that light on them and have a little bit better of an image. Because sometimes if you're in a little bit darker of a space and you're using your phone, although the new phones are getting pretty good with their video and auto adjusting the light, this does help put some focus on the speaker. It also comes with a little remote that just attaches right here that allows you to, I think, remote take photos, maybe record. I haven't tested this out, but I will. I just ran out of time before today. And then the gimbal part of it is really this piece right here. At least I think this is my gimbal. This might just be the stand now that I'm thinking about it. But what's also pretty neat about this one is you can open up this tripod system. Again, I did not spend loads of money on this, so it might be a little bit harder to set up. Oh, there we go. It's not a tripod, it's a quad pod. I was missing the, the fourth one. So it's got a little stable stand here. So you could set it on your desk and just leave it that way. So if you just have this, then you don't need this little desk clamp. You just need to have enough space for this to stand right there. Um, And then there's some extra little buttons up here that allow you to rotate it and turn it sideways. Anyway, pretty cool little product. When I'm done with this video and when I upload it to YouTube, I will try and get the links for these products so you can look at them. I get zero money for this because this is literally my first video. So don't worry, I'm not selling anything. I'm just showing you what I've collected over the last couple of years. Some other things that I've gotten are lights. So this is a really neat little light by Neewer. I think that's how you say it. I'm not good at pronouncing company names, but it's Neewer. What I really like about this light is you can change the color to basically any color you see happening in this microphone. You can also do with this light. So this is great for if you want to light up the background with a golden glow, a purple glow. You can also attach it if you've got a DSLR camera. You can put this onto the hot shoe. Again, not a professional, but you can put it onto a stand and have it propped up, or you can put it onto with this little piece right here. You can slide it into a camera and have a light while you're taking a picture. So I got that one there. And then I got two of these because by the same company, Neewer. What's really neat, what's really neat about these is, first of all, they're magnetic. So I have this little metal thing that's attaching to it. These little lights also do the multicolors like this microphone and the other one, but they're magnetic as well. So you can put them up onto something that's metal and structure them however you want to. So if you've got like metal cabinets, you could put it onto the edge of a cabinet to light up the back or whatever other way you want to do this. I didn't do any of this today because I wanted to show you the products I have. That means I can't do any lighting in the background while I'm showing you. But this will really help up your game if you're doing videos. So I've got those. Another piece I've gotten, I have probably four different, if I count this one, microphone sets that I've gotten over the years. This one is by far I'm most excited about this one. This is also by Neewer. They have so many great products there. This one is a remote microphone. So what's really cool about this, I don't know if you can see that there, but it's got two channels. So not one, but two mics. They are pretty nice, these little microphones. On the back, they have a clip or a magnet. Wow, my eyes got wide for that because I was so excited about this magnet. So you can take it and let's say you're going to put it on someone's shirt. I've got a little shirt underneath here. And it'll magnet to that. It's not a very good shirt to pick from. But you get the idea. Usually it would be down over here. And there you go. They've got their microphone on. They are big, so you're going to see it. But the mobility for the price of this, I know it was under $100. And it comes with two. So if you need to be doing some interviewing, let's say you're doing promotion or that's what you like to do is just interview people as part of your brand, I highly recommend these. They have great sound. They're easy to use, easy to charge. And honestly, one of the things I like the best is it comes with its own case. I know that seems weird, but these little lights here, their case was, I think, this bag, which is great. But I like that it comes with a really solid hard shell case. Okay, so we've talked about microphones. I've got two other microphones that are more stands. And what's important for me is that they are able to connect to my phone. So this one connects to a computer. These ones can connect to my phone. And the way they do that is um, there's a little USB-C port here, and you've got this little double USB-C. If your phone has USB-C, it's wonderful, um, which my phone does. I have an iPhone 16, maybe. So it just connects right to the phone like that. I cannot stop talking about these. Okay. The other microphones I have are one is a monkey something, and I forgot the other one. If I run across them, I'll show you in a future episode. Okay, so we've got those. Um, Also behind me, you'll see a big blue thing. And then in the corner there, there's a black stand. So that big blue thing on the other side, it is green. So you can use it as a blue screen or a green screen. It's about, I'd say it's about 5 by 6, but with rounded corners. It works great if you're able to get the whole background covered and then you can put any kind of background you want. It looks way better than just putting a background up with your platform, Zoom, Teams, whatever, because it's going to have that little fuzzy thing behind you where it like changes to where you can see like the real background and then the fake background. The reason you want to get a blue screen or a green screen if you're using backgrounds is because it makes that adjustment very sharp and it looks much more realistic. In the black piece right there, that is a stand that I got. It comes with little bags you can fill with sand to keep it in place, but it's really big. So if you end up getting just a green sheet, a simple green screen that you can buy for not very much money online, then you can actually hang it up on this great big frame. And then your entire background is green and you don't have to worry about it like running out here. Because I was testing this the other day. And if I moved like this, the camera would autofocus and you could see some of the background of my office. So the stand is great. So you have multiple uses. It comes with the clips. You don't have to worry about attaching it. The blue screen I'm using, blue/green screen, you could tie it to something so you don't need a stand. It comes with those ties. And it is foldable. However, um, it folds into a circle and I cannot figure out how to fold it back up. And then you can put it into its little case. So right now it's just freestanding over there. I've not figured out the motions to fold it back up. The instructions provided that, and I understand the concept, but it's pretty hard. I've got a photographer friend who I might have to ask how she does that. Okay, so we've talked about blue screens or green screens for video. That makes them much clearer if you're not going to use your normal background. And we've talked about microphones. We've talked about cameras, so my Logitech and then my iPhone. I do have a Nikon DSLR camera, but it doesn't record. It's fairly old, so I can't use that one. I don't think I have anything else. Oh, some other things I do have though is I did end up getting a Mac for the holidays. It's so much better for me to have a new Mac than to have an older Windows style. The storage is better, the speed is better, and I just prefer it. I have Windows products at work, so relearning the Mac, which I used in college, was pretty rough for a bit, but then once I remembered all of the differences, then it was pretty easy. And then just because I needed a keyboard so I didn't have to just type on the Mac, I have some ergonomic needs. So if I don't use an appropriate ergonomic keyboard with a keyboard holder that tilts, I will get really bad, it's like carpal tunnel, but I'm not sure if it really is. It's very, very painful in my wrist right here. And same thing with the mouse. Those regular mouses that you hold that are like this, same thing. I will get shooting pain right here. Probably because I use computers a lot at work. So I couldn't really afford the kind that you get from I got from work, which was I forgot the type of vertical mouse it was. But I ran across these Proto Arc uh, keyboard and mouse. So this is my ergonomic mouse. It almost looks like it's a glove. And there's really no point for that. It just looks cool. But it's got just two little buttons here and a scrolly and an orange button that I don't use. I think that the orange button was what I used to connect the Bluetooth. So anyway, it works pretty good. Um, with the gosh, I wish I could remember the name. There's another vertical mouse that works even better because you can program what the buttons do, and it has three. When I get the name of it, I'll put it in the links for this episode. But it has one, two, three, and you can program one of those buttons to be a double click. Huge. And I also made it not this finger, but I think it was the middle button. I made the double click because all of that double clicking as you get onto stuff, same issue, whether it be this way or this way, I was just really getting pain through my hand here. So if you can find a recordable uh, mouse and you're getting carpal tunnel pain when you work on computers, I highly, highly recommend it. It feels a little weird to get used to, but now it's easy. Also, it if you have a desk and people come use your desk, they tend to not want to use your mouse. It's too confusing for the average user. So they'll should they either won't use your desk or they'll have to like bring in their own laptop and their own mouse. And then I also got an ergonomic keyboard. It has this little plastic covering on it that I've left there to prevent it from getting dirty because it molds right in nice and I can still type just fine. It's very quiet pressing, but you don't have to. And it's in one of my favorite colors, purples. What's nice about this particular one is the split keyboard here and here. They're not split vertical, they're split and then angled. That's a much more natural fit for your hand. And then also, it's got a nice little wrist rest here. It is flat, but you can uh, pull up just two of these, and that will get it in this downward, actually, probably on the other side. It'll get it in this downward position so that your hands are angled down. This is a lot easier on your wrist than to go like this because you end up with more flexion. So in addition to this keyboard, I also have a undermount keyboard tray that I can move up and down so that my hands rest on my chair and I can just type really gently and not have to like move my hands around. I also do have an ergonomic chair. I'm telling you, I'm a hot mess over here. This this is one I got through some short-term disability many, many years ago when I worked for the state of Oregon, and it is my favorite chair. It's got wider arms that can lift and they can rotate, so you can set your arms nice and comfy. It's got an inflatable back to put more pressure on your lumbar, and then the seat bed is wide and it has some grooves for your legs. Very, very comfortable. Um, Man, there's a lot to keep me not hurting and working at the computer. Um, I think that's everything behind you can't see it, but behind my screen, I have a light. It's a pretty nice little light. It's made by, I don't know, just another thing I'll have to put in the links. But it's got different modes by a click of a little remote. You can change it to insanely bright. I mean, if I wore a lot of makeup and didn't have these glasses, I'd probably look great on TV, but I prefer a little bit less. strong. And then this is the nighttime version. And then there's a day version, which seems to be the same as the other one. But what is nice is if you get to this day version, because nighttime is just too much or too soft for you, you can adjust the white balance, either down, or you can make it more white. There's a button on here that allows you to do more white balance. And then I think it's also got blue balance. I don't know if it's doing anything that you can see on the screen, but to me, it's getting softer right here. So now it's really far down. And then there's some other shortcut buttons that you can do just to get to where you need it to be really quickly. So really good light. It's not a ring light. It's a solid circle. I do also have a ring light. It was my first one I ever got. A little flimsy, but it's a ring light that will hold your phone. So if all you have is, if you're starting out, what I would say is get a ring light that can hold your phone and where did I put all my things at? Get a ring light that can hold your phone and get these microphones. And you can do almost anything. And you'll have good sound, you'll have good lighting, and you can just use the cameras that are very, very good on the new phones. But I really like tech and I like trying out new things, so I've spent way too much money on the tech for my setup. So, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. And if there's anything you'd like to hear me talk about, feel free to leave those in the comments. I'll be back on next Monday with a new edition. Thanks.